Dr. Ngozi Orabeze's speech to Biafrans during the live broadcast of USB government and the cabinet. Well, let me not waste much of your time because they say time is money. I would like you to watch this. And as you're watching, please give her a thumbs up. This woman is the real deal. I have seen the reason why they are fighting her in left, right, and center. I have seen the reason. And that reason is what I want you to also see as you watch this clip. We are coming back again for more discussion. But then, oh yeah, let's go there.
The judgment of 6 years in prison for our Prime Minister is rejected by Biafran people and all lovers of freedom all over the world. Because there is a mistrial by Finland. This trial was an orchestrated trial by the Finnish government with some agents of the Nigerian state that pretend to be Biafrans, that collude, that surround the Prime Minister. That was rejected. That is rejected by Biafran people.
Alright, depending on your time zone and your location. That happened the 7th day of September, Sunday, 2025. We saw and when a live broadcast under the USB government yesterday, where Dr. Ngozi Orabeeze actually addressed Biafrans on so many topics and issues that has happened within the weeks. So when you see that particular live broadcast, do not worry, we will get the recap of everything that was actually discussed during that live broadcast. Dr. Ngozi Orabeeze took her time and addressed the issue of the judgment that was just concluded in Paijame District Court in Finland. She talked about the securities of Southeast and Biafra land. She talks about literally every topic that you know that's happened within the week. Okukwara concerning the rising insecurity and the way forward of curbing it and every other issues. Surrounding the Biafra movement and the USB government. And Okukwara again concerning the forthcoming Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case that will be held in October. So when you see this particular live broadcast, settle on that you watch this video from beginning to the end. Share your thoughts after watching the video and do well to share the video as well. And as always required, we will this updates. Enjoy the rest of the videos. I will be right back.
We will continue to do the needful to build our new nation and to help our people. We will also continue to raise money to ensure that the Nigerian terrorist state does not continue to kill innocent Biafrans, invade our homes, take over our farmlands, burn our homes, destroy our economic gains. More importantly, take our people out and kill them, harvest their organs. These are why we raise these funds. We will stop that. We must stop that. Several reports across the world have shown that Nigeria is a lawless state. Nigerian government has no respect for human rights. Nigerian government does not obey its citizens the rules that the country needs. Nigerian government invades people's homes using the DSS dungeon. Nigerian government break laws, kidnap innocent Biafrans from across the world, just like they kidnapped our Onion from Kenya and moved him to Nigeria, where they locked him up for the past 5 years. Nigerian government collude with countries across the world to take away innocent Biafrans and lock them up for nothing, just like they did with Finland. That is what the research has shown. The Nigerian security forces has forcefully removed thousands of innocent Biafrans from their homes, and they disappear. These are all documented. These are all researched. The Amnesty International has their report on how Nigeria security agencies, they forcefully remove innocent Biafrans from their homes, and we never see them again. Their families never see them again. As we speak, Nigeria is currently forcefully invading and occupying a foreign land, which is the United States of Biafra. which was declared in Finland on November the 29th, 2024 as a sovereign state. So as we speak, Nigeria is committing a crime. We are putting the world on notice, including the FBI, the CIA, whatever agency that is involved. Nigeria is currently occupying a foreign land, which is the United States of Biafra land, which was declared in Finland on November 29th, 2024, with all the apparatus that have made the statistics of an independent nation. So we implore all these agencies to move in immediately. Tell Nigeria to leave Biafra territory. They are currently committing a crime by staying in Biafra land as we speak. The United States of Biafra government will defend its people. We will defend our land. We will use every means possible within the law to defend our rights. Self-determination is our right. Self-defense is our right. So I thank all Biafrans that are here today. I want to use this opportunity to remember our Onyedu Nnamdi Kanu. He's been locked up by the Nigerian state as we speak for no crime except fighting for the freedom of his people. For no crime except that Nigeria wants to continue to explore and milk the natural resources in Biafra land and destroy Biafra land and destroy Biafra people. And we say that can never continue. Regardless of how anybody sees it, it's irrelevant. It does not matter. But those are the realities on ground. So we thank our Onyedu Nnamdi Kanu. We told him, we are telling him to be resilient. For that which you seek, we already got. We already got our independence. We must defend our land. We must defend our land from external aggressors like the Nigerian state. And we are ready to meet them in any law court in the world with the documents. The era we are now is the legal era. And that is what every single Biafran is preparing for. We want to use this opportunity to remember our Prime Minister, His Excellency, and Simon Njoko, whom the Nigerian government colluded with Finland to take him away 2 days before our declaration in Finland, thinking that by taking him away, the declaration will not happen, our independence will not happen, forgetting that the restoration, the declaration, the protection of Biafra land does not depend on any individual. It is the people. It is the people, the collective will, the collective wish of the people to be free from a country that reintegrates non-terrorists such as ISWAP, Boko Haram, ISIS into Nigeria. So they took our Prime Minister. They colluded with Finland, with Alexander Stubb. Tinubu and Christopher Musa colluded and took our Prime Minister away. But Biafrans were very resolute. We can never be moved. This freedom is not about any one individual. That is something they fail to understand. That is the mistake they continue to do, thinking that the freedom of Biafran people depends on one man. No, not anymore. Despite that withdrawal, Biafrans were able to converge, vote, and declare their independence. We actually redeclared the Republic of Biafra, which was a nation between 1967 and 1970, when they fought a brutal war with Nigeria. That country has been redeclared. Nobody can stop that at this time. Not with this crop of Biafrans. That will never happen. The recent judgment by Finland on our Prime Minister was a shambolic trial, rejected by all Biafrans and the lovers of freedom across the world. The Prime Minister's prosecutor that was given to the Prime Minister by Finland government is rejected by Biafran people. Because Biafrans, we have experts. Yes, we know there has to be a Finnish person, primarily. We all know that. But you cannot put a Finnish attorney who does not listen to Biafrans, does not report back to the United States of Biafran government, that does not take the evidences of Biafran people into consideration, that does not care for the history of Biafran people, why Simon Ekpa did what he has to do, why Biafran people do what we have to do. You cannot put any attorney in that level who does not know our history or who does not work with Biafrans to present the case of Biafrans in any law court in the world. That is not acceptable. That was exactly what the Finland government did, and that is not acceptable. The judgment of 6 years in prison for our Prime Minister is rejected by Biafran people and all lovers of freedom all over the world. Because there is a mistrial by Finland. This trial was an orchestrated trial by the Finnish government with some agents of the Nigerian state that pretend to be Biafrans, that collude, that surround the Prime Minister. That was rejected. That is rejected by Biafran people. At this point, people like Amanda Biri, people like Elias, has no business being near the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. They have no business being in Biafran business because they are paid agents of the Nigerian state. They must remove themselves from anything that pertains to the Prime Minister. We already have the United States of Biafran government registered with the Department of Justice for the fund represented by Biafran government. At this point, Elias Amandabiri has no business to be in our Prime Minister's case. But that is what they've been doing from the background. With those they collude with, that surround the Prime Minister, those they collude with as relations of the Prime Minister. That is why the Prime Minister is having the problem. That is why they keep digging the hole for the Prime Minister. That must stop. No genuine expert will walk around these paid agents of the Nigerian government around the Prime Minister. They must be removed for the Prime Minister to have any success or any meaningful help. I want to use this opportunity to thank all the United States of Biafra cabinet members for what they do publicly and behind the scenes to ensure we build one of the best countries in Africa. That is our mission. The Prime Minister's case will be appealed. I want to thank the United States of Biafra defense system for all they do to protect our people, to stop the killing of our people by the reintegrated terrorists hired by the Nigerian state, recruited into Nigerian military and police, given AK-47 and sent them to Biafra land to continue killing our people. We thank you for what you do. We thank the 40 state governors of the United States of Biafra and your commissioners for what you do every single day to protect our new nation. Thank you so much. We thank the commissioners. We thank the heads of missions across the world. We thank all Biafrans for what you do to help the United States of Biafra government to build our beautiful nation. There is only one government today in the whole Biafra land, which is the United States of Biafra government, headed by my humble self, Dr. Robertson, with the United States of Biafra cabinet. Any other thing other than this is fraudulent. Anything outside these are the agents of of the Nigerian state that is working day and night to ensure that the full protection of our land does not happen. And Biafrans will confront them one day at a time in any ramification they present themselves. I want to use this opportunity to thank all the friends of Biafrans that are helping this government, that are helping Biafrans to build their nation. Privately, publicly, we thank all our allies that are standing up, guiding, showing us, telling us, supporting us. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. I want to let the world know, I want to let Biafrans know. The ruling by Finland for our Prime Minister will be appealed. The 6 years they gave our Prime Minister, we run concurrently, which means that 6 years is 3 years. Within that 3 years, they will remove almost the 9 months that our Prime Minister has stayed in detention. Leaves us with about 2 years and 3 months. And within that 2 years and 3 months, if the Prime Minister was not allowed to get the expert appellate people, the expert appeal lawyers to help him to squash this ruling, if they do not allow the Prime Minister to get the expert opinions to help him in the appeal case, and they allow the same failed lawyer that have put 6 years on our Prime Minister, if they allow all those that have been in this process, all of them that participated in this first case, all of them, if they continue to the appeal, they will destroy any hope of success for the Prime Minister. So if eventually, in 2 years and 3 months is the final judgment, we know the Finland court system. There is a very high chance, with good behavior, within 1 year, the Prime Minister will move into what we call the open jail system in Finland, where people that are convicted have the opportunity to take the keys to their room, go home, even on weekends, and then go back to the jail. They have the opportunity to go to work and come back. They have the opportunity to have their cars, their vehicles, drive around Finland and go back to the jails, maybe after weekends or stuff like that. That is how we know the jail system works in Finland. And we expect that within 1 year, with good behavior, our Prime Minister will fall into that category and be able to walk freely, doing the things he loves to do with his family and with his people. So Biafrans, do not be despaired. We know the enemies will continue to work, but we know they've already failed. So our Prime Minister may end up, if those that surround him in the fails to do anything, he'll be able to just do about 1 year and start moving around freely, even though the next 1 year plus 3 months might be spent in open jail system in Finland. That is the expectation. And that is how we know it's going to go. So for those of you that are shouting 6 years or jubilating for the Prime Minister, you failed, woefully failed. And I want to let Biafrans and the world know that the plan of the Nigerian state is to deport our Prime Minister from Finland to Nigeria and kill him. That was their plan, but we stopped it. And those that work with the United States of Biafra government, we stopped it, not from inside Finland, but from outside Finland. Because that this Finland knows, that this Nigeria knows, we know that. That was why we stopped them. And we will continue to stop them. So their plan failed, woefully, woefully. And the agents, the Biafrans they planted around the Prime Minister, those they planted, as if they are seeking for freedom, those wolves are still parading around the Prime Minister. But we will keep praying that the Prime Minister will decipher that anyone that participated in this basic ruling, where Finland gave him 6 years, can never, ever, ever do any good for the Prime Minister. choice remains his own. We want to use this opportunity to let Biafrans know the fundraising is what we need to continue to do what we're doing to help all our Biafrans that their mothers and fathers have been killed by the Nigerian state. Please continue to donate. Now is the time for you to triple whatever you're doing, because right now we have a government. We are no longer in liberation phase. Now we've passed that level. Everything we do right now is to build one of the best countries in Africa. We are going to use our mineral resources, our natural resources, our crude oil inside Biafra land to build our people and to build Biafra land. Nigeria cannot continue to milk those natural resources, ship it abroad while our people do not have basic drinking water, basic healthcare system, basic education. I'm not talking of anything like any international airport or seaport, none in Biafra land. But the Nigerian state continue to ship those natural mineral resources, which is intended to be used to build our nation, to build our people. They send it abroad. Not anymore. That cannot continue. We must use our natural resources to build our country. And if you are one of those countries that are participating in the killing of Biafrans just for you to get that oil, I'll tell you to stop. Say no to Biafra, to Nigeria, sorry. Say no to Nigerian government. Because that oil you are getting is the oil from the blood of Biafrans that are killed by Nigerian state, headed by Tinubu and Christopher Musa. Do not worry whatever they tell you. Oh, if Biafra comes, you will not get your oil again. If Biafra comes, you will not get your natural resources, because I know that's what they said. They tell you, because I have friends all over. No, don't believe that fallacy. The United States of Biafra will continue to approve countries to do businesses in Biafra land at the right price. You will do businesses in our land at the right procedure, at the right template, at the right amount. You cannot milk our resources for pennies. When you know the right price, you need to pay for those natural resources. Because what you pay to Nigeria doesn't get into Nigerian people's purse. It gets into private criminal hands where they buy houses all over the world, buy businesses, buy lands, buy whatever all over the world. And that money never gets into the hands of indigenous Nigerians and indigenous Biafrans. So if you are part of that, you are promoting criminality inside Nigeria. You are promoting terrorism inside Nigeria and inside Biafra land. So you must have everything. No matter what you do, it's not even whether you want to think about it. No matter how you go about that, you must start thinking how to cut off that business with Nigeria. Because the oil they give you is from the blood of innocent Biafrans. Biafrans are over 70 million. Nobody can quench the resolve of the Biafran people to continue to use their natural resources to build their own people. The choice is yours. I want the world to know that Nigeria is currently at war with Biafra land. Nigeria government is currently at war with Biafra land. They are in our land, which they are not supposed to be. They have their military, they have their armed men, they have their reintegrated terrorists, they are with guns currently in Biafra land, searching for indigenous Biafrans and killing them and attacking them. That is what the Nigerian state is currently doing as we speak. We must defend our land. We must defend our people. And if you think that the Biafra people will use walking sticks, will use sticks and mats and cloth to defend themselves against the terrorists that were sent by Nigeria wielding AK-47, RPGs and all that, if you think the Biafra people will fold their hands, why Nigeria reintegrated terrorists, their military and their police kill our people, then there must be something wrong with you. Something wrong with your thought process. We will defend our land. We will defend our people. Nigeria must leave Biafra land. As we speak, Nigeria is currently occupying a foreign nation. If you have the interest of Nigeria at heart, you must tell them to leave Biafra land. That is the legal thing you need to do now. Again, thank you so much, Biafrans. Thank you, friends of Biafrans. Thank you for all the good men and women that are here supporting us. Thank you for all the governors in homeland that are working with their state officials to protect their state, to protect the 40 states of Biafra from the reintegrated terrorists set by the Nigerian state. Again, in the next few months, we are going to be announcing our first election that will involve few states in Biafra land that are ready for that election. No election conducted by the legitimized government or by Nigerian state will be allowed in Biafra land. Biafra land is a sovereign state. The major political parties in Nigeria, the APC and PDP, and all these legitimized politicians in Biafra land who, at any particular point in time, have belonged to either APC or PDP as we speak, is a terrorist party in Biafra land. We can never allow any terrorist party or any individual in any of these terrorist parties, whether they belong to APC or PDP in the past, or they changed to Labour Party or APGA now, as long as any of them have belonged to APC or PDP at any particular point in time in the life history of Nigeria or Biafra, that party, that individual has been declared as a terrorist organization by the Canadian Federal Court. And we will never allow them in Biafra land. Again, I want to thank all Biafrans. Be resolute, be focused. Do not let anyone move you. Do not let the distractions move you. These fundraisings, we must triple whatever we are doing. Nigerian government is going after Biafrans, going after their fundraising, going after whatever they do. They keep branding it anything with their agents, with some of their agents they planted all over. We will never allow them. We are ready to meet them in the court. Continue to donate. And I thank those that are donating privately. Continue to donate your money because that is what we need to fight a country that has been labeled as one of the most dangerous places in the world for Christians to live. Nigeria has been designated as the most dangerous place in the world for Christians to live. We can only stop that by continuing the donations so that we can build our new nation, our peaceful nation, where everyone from the whole world can get visas, come into our land and get peace of mind in a land that is protected, in a land where you do not have reintegrated terrorists taking over the whole land, in a land where you have people enjoying their culture, enjoying their people, obeying the Constitution of the United States of Biafra. We already have our Constitution. We already have our currency, which will soon be in operation in Biafra land. We have our declaration. We have everything we need to function as a country. No one can tamper with that. All these criminal elements are ready, pretending to be fighting for Biafra. They have nothing except the chaos. Except the chaos. They spread everywhere. They spread on social media. Bunch of chaos. Nothing more. Do not be distracted by that. They have nothing. Because we are waiting for them in the courts. Unless that court is not in this world, they can never win. This government, any member of Biafra, in any court today, with the documents we have today, Biafra will not be moved. On that note, I think I'll bring this to end from me. Please be resolute, continue to do. We continue to pray that God will give us all our heart desires. God is already building our nation for us, whether the enemy likes it or not, regardless of what you want or not. Our nation is already in build. And I also thank all the United States of Biafra, the friends that are gradually moving to their 40 states. The Prime Minister established the 40 states of Biafra land. That is what we are going to use. That is what we are using in our new nation, in everything we do. Nothing other than the 40 states. For now, we will continue to empower them. We will continue to build them. We will continue to build the 40 states from the state level to the county level to the district level and to the world level. We will make it so difficult for any element of Nigeria or their agents to exist in any part of Biafra land. Because we are building a grassroots Biafra. We are not enemy will survive. The only defense we allow in Biafra land today are the United States of Biafra Defense Forces. Nothing.
Yes, so according to this my my people's slang say, we dey play and the thing they show. You can never love Ngozi Orabueze less. There's nothing. This woman, akwụchara we kee ya kechaa ya we see ya, this journey, you will stand as Joshua to lead the people of God to the promised land. Yes, so Joshua, according to them in the Bible, is a man, but this one is another Joshua that comes in front of a woman. And you should not forget that Nnamdi Kanu made it clear. He says that anytime that a woman takes up the mantle of leadership of Biafrans, that everybody should go and relax because she must get it accomplished. It is out there in a public domain, so it is not something, it is not words of my own, but the words of Onyendoma Nnamdi Kanu, and that is exactly what we are seeing today. So, my encouragement to everyone out there, including I myself, anywhere you see they are fighting somebody, or rather, let me put it this way, anywhere when a child is crying and pointing at towards one direction, if the mother is not there, the father is there. You understand? Or there's something very important that belongs to her or him that stay that place. That is the thing. So each time you see them fighting her, not because she's not doing the right thing, but because they feel that it is a disgrace to them who claim that they are men of timber and caliber without balls within their legs. So they feel it is an embarrassment and an insult to them for them to stay while a woman is the one that is leading them. And as I always remind us here, that the reason why Ogetukwu Nkere decamped, I say I will not be calling them, but let me just put it this way. The reason why the fallback group decamps is, you should not forget that they said, that is the word of them, that how can they be men with balls and a woman will be the one to lead them? That is their first reason. Before they begin to slander her, character assassination, defamation, and the rest of them. The only reason why they want to decamp is not because she don't know anything. It's not because she don't know road. It's not because she cannot do that job. But simply because that they will never stand and watch a woman who is squatting to pee to lead them. And the same people, now them still come back and remind us what Onyendoma Nnamdi Kanu says. You understand me? I think the thing came from that one in France when she made that quote that yes, that na Ohamadike kwuru ya na nwanyi mgbe nwanyi onye isi ojii onye Biafra were ọnọdụ a n'ife ya dị mma mana ọ bụ Ngozi Orabueze according to Yanwa. That is the words of her own. So they are waiting for another. Maybe that woman awuzie nwanyi isi ọcha na France na ama ha left from right na aga ha afa ya ide afa enye ya ọ ya ha gotanwu ya. Maybe she is the one. But let's not forget the fact that God don't look before he choose. He can choose anybody that is willing to work. And they have already set the mind of that person to know whether the person is capable to carry that task or not. So this woman, I can say, all I can say is that she is doing marvelously well. And the task being given to her, she is deciding her duty accordingly. So let me not waste most of our time, because as you already know, the video is very long. So let me not stretch it more. Just make sure as you are watching, you drop your own personal opinion at the comment section of this video. And make sure you are subscribing for more interesting videos. Have a nice day, and may the good Lord protect and preserve us. In this new week, my brother, my sister, watching me, hearing my voice, both now or later, it shall be well with you. That this week must surely produce something unimaginable to you, something good in a positive manner, not negative way. And as you believe, drop your own comment, say or amen at the comment section if you believe. That's if you believe. So have a nice day, and catch you next time.